We've just released 5 great new enhancements for ClassMon, and I'll just show you what each of those do. Now the first one is very simple. It's when you make your observation, so if we choose a learning statement here, we've just changed the name of this button. We've changed it to Save Next. It used to just be Next, and some users weren't aware that that also saved the observation. So we just rename the button. Very simple. The second one is the intro feature. Now if we select a student and want to create an intro, we can browse and add each image and browse and add the music file. Now what was happening before, that this was just a one-off. You went in there each time and you added a set of images and a set of music and applied that and you were done. If you came back to the screen, it was empty and ready to apply a new set. We've made it so it remembers what the last set of information you added, and you can go and edit any of that. So it now has a memory, you can go back and edit. The next feature is the player. Now this is great because before ClassMon relied on the fact that you had your default players for audio and video and images set for your Windows operating system. But now we've included our own ClassMon player, so from any of the areas where you add any work samples, you can, if you hit preview, it instantly opens up that preview in the inbuilt player rather than having to launch something like Windows Media Player or Picture Viewer. So that also works for videos. So I go to one that's got a video here, go to our work samples, and we have an MPEG file here. So MPEGs and AVIs and WMV files will play through the inbuilt player. So there we go there. So a lot quicker. It opens instantly, and it doesn't rely on any defaults being set because it just plays it straight through ClassMon. So that's the same when you distribute the portfolio, so that when you send a portfolio home to a parent, they also don't have to have defaults set. It will just play instantly through ClassMon. The next one is, this is a great request, well, a common request from many users, the multiple observation. So if we select a number of students and they've all been to a school excursion and we click multiple observation, we can then go and make so I'll just do active learning processes, investigating environments. I'll add a file, so I'll add an image, have a media folder on my D drive, images, so I put an image in there, let's choose that one, and I make my observation. Now I'm going to apply a E phase of learning to these 3 students that I've selected. Now what will happen is the comment from the rubric relating to the E phase will be automatically pulled, the names will automatically be inserted for the students, and that will apply to each of them. So I can just apply that. Now if I don't want the rubric comment, if I want to make a customized comment, I can also just click this checkbox which will clear the rubric comment, and you can apply your own comment. But what you can also do is just apply the rubric comment, so we hit apply. Okay, that's applied. So we look at active learning processes and investigating environments, and we can see that it's applied that observation and it's put in Anna's name. So from there we can also go in and add more text. So that will be exclusive to Anna's observation, and then we can apply that to her observation. So that's a very important update. We had a number of users ask whether we could make it so that the multiple observation worked the same as an individual observation, where it pulled the rubric comment, which it now does. Now the last feature is the printing feature. So I'll just go and select Adam again here, and we'll look at his report, his learning record, and the preview here looks exactly the same. So there's his learning record with all the observations. Now the problem we were having before was that if you printed a learning record that had quite a few observations, often some of the pages started halfway through an observation. You may have noticed this if you've been using this for a semester or two. Now what we've done is we've made it so on the print preview, I'll just expand this a bit so it's a bit larger. On the print preview, you can see that what we've now done is we've split each learning area to its own page. So each page will begin with a new learning area. So you won't have that issue again of an observation starting halfway through. Oh, and one other new enhancement for this version is that we've added a new dictionary. So you may have noticed before there was lots of underlined words for words that were spelled correctly in Australia. We've now added the Australian dictionary. So if you type colour, it's correct. If you type colour, it's incorrect. Okay, so we've updated the dictionary, so that should help you a lot. Here's one I forgot to mention, so we'll call this one a bonus as well. Now, in a recent update, we introduced the auto compression of image files, so that when you inserted a large image file from a digital camera, maybe a 3 megapixel photo, ClassMon will automatically compress that down to a more reasonable size, so that you don't take up so much space. Now, I'm afraid it's not possible to do that with video. Because of the time it would take to compress each video. You know that when you upload a video to YouTube, it can take quite a long time to do each video, so it'd be very time consuming. So what we've done instead is given you well, basically a warning or a message. So if you go to add a work sample, and I have a video here that's 73 megabytes. Now that is quite large for a video file, but it's quite a long video as well. So if I try and add that, it just gives you a message saying the file you're adding is over 20 megabytes, and then it gives you some hints on how you might compress that yourself. So we recommend the Windows Media video format. At the most 640 by 480. There's really no need to go bigger than that if you're just making this for a folio on a computer screen. It's not a high definition DVD, so you don't need to go higher than that resolution. So it would then be up to you to either contact us to learn how to compress that, and we have given some tools on our website. If you go to the Cool Tools link, you can see a great video compression tool there that can compress your videos. So you would either cancel this or add it anyway. So you can go ahead and add a large video file, but just be aware that it will take up a lot of space and it will slow down things when you go to open that link.